Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, broadcasting on Channels Television live from Lagos. A reminder of our main stories. President Jonathan says Boko Haram is no longer a local threat, but has become West Africa's Al-Qaeda. The president tells the international community at a summit in France that he is totally committed to finding the missing Chibok girls. UN Foreign Secretary William Hague says regional powers need to cooperate better and Nigeria must work with its neighbors to tackle Boko Haram. Turkey calls a halt to the Soma mine rescue operation after 2 more bodies are found, bringing the final death toll to 301. Now, all our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Now, please interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS, and Windows 8 platforms. If you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. Now, more Nigerians have continued to lend their voices in protest and prayers towards the release of the abducted schoolgirls in Chibok, Borno State, by terrorist group Boko Haram. The wife of the Kaduna State Governor, Mrs. Fatima Iyero, and the president of the Guild of Editors, Mr. Femi Adesina, are asking the government to do all they can to ensure the release of the schoolgirls.
It's more than a month since over 200 schoolgirls in Chibok, Borno State were kidnapped by Islamic sect Boko Haram. So far, no encouraging progress has been made. Nigerians and indeed the world is worried. Prayers and protests have been intensified, aimed at putting more pressure on the government to bring back our girls. In Kaduna State, north-central Nigeria, the wife of the state governor, Mrs. Fatima Iyero, led a group of women drawn from various Muslim organizations in the prayer section.
This is a very disheartening story, and I'm sure all the mothers of this state and the nation in general will sympathize with the families and pray for these girls as mothers and parents. So this is a feeling that I'm sure every mother must have.
Now, that same sentiment was also shared in Abia State, southeastern Nigeria, where the wife of the deputy governor of the state, Nene Ananamba, organized a one-day prayer session for the girls. Also lending their voice in the Bring Back Our Girls campaign is the Nigerian Guild of Editors, calling on the government to do more.
As a body, we will not be for lawlessness. We will not be for any form of anything that can glorify terrorism. As a body, we will not support it. But as a body, we will also value the lives of our girls. So there cannot be any rigidity in terms of positioning. There must be give and take. If there must be some sort of dialogue, let's do it. But if we want to stay in entrenched positions, then the girls may never come back.
Now, they, however, urged everyone to put political, tribal and religious differences aside and together find a lasting solution to this ugly trend. Ogechukwu also reporting for Channels Television News.
While Nigerians calling for the rescue of schoolgirls abducted in Chibok, Borno State, have rescheduled their visit to the president on Thursday and next week to allow for wider participation, especially from that of residents of Chibok. Speaking with Channels Television after their daily meeting in Abuja, a member of the group, Hadiza Usman, said the aim of the protest to the presidential villa is to be in the know of what the federal government is doing to rescue the girls. She said the group remains resolute in mounting pressure on those in authority to ensure the release of the girls.
We're talking about, as I said, our protest march to Mr. President, which we plan to do on Thursday. We're planning on ensuring that everybody that has a voice to lend to bring back our girls is here. We've written a letter to Mr. President. We're hopeful that he would grant us audience because we believe as citizens, our president should listen to us at the point where we ask for an audience. So we're waiting for his response. Of course, as we said, even failing a response from him, we intend to go there to the presidential villa to demand for us to see our commander-in-chief. Our demand is to bring back our girls now and alive. As we've always said, we're a single-issue campaign group. We maintain our issue being about bringing our girls back now and alive. We refuse to allow any politics or religious affiliations to come into this group. We maintain our neutrality. We stand united across religious and ethnic lines, and we say, bring our girls back now alive. We say, end to insurgency in Nigeria, end to insurgency in the northeast of the country.
Well, suspected members of the Boko Haram sect have attacked a Chinese plant in northern Cameroon near the town of Waza. The governor of Far North Province, Augustin Fonka-Awa, confirmed the attack but declined to give details. Chinese state news agency quoted Chinese officials as saying unidentified assailants had attacked the camp of a Chinese enterprise operating in Cameroon on Friday night, injuring one person and leaving 10 unaccounted for. Waza is 20 kilometers from the Nigerian border, close to the Sambisa forest, a stronghold of Boko Haram, which has killed thousands in Nigeria in a 5-year insurgency. The vast Sambisa forest is close to Chibok, where Boko Haram kidnapped more than 200 schoolgirls last month. The reports say that Mr. Aminu Sadiq Oguche, the suspect, wandered over a deadly attack last month in Nyanya in the Federal Capital Territory, dropped out of university in Britain. The army deserter, who served in a Nigerian intelligence unit, was arrested in Sudan early this week over the April 14th bomb explosion at the packed Abuja bus station. The University of South Wales confirmed that Mr. Oguche studied at the institution between 2007 and 2010, when it was known as the University of Glamorgan, but said he failed to complete his course. Wales Online, a Welsh news site, reported that Oguche was a member of the university's debating society and wrote on an online professional profile that his goal was to be a successful businessman. But it said the business science student had made increasingly radical postings on his Facebook page in 2010 and 2011, and the profile picture with the word Shadullah, meaning Lion of God. Now, soldiers deployed to maintain law and order in Kachia local government area of Kaduna State say that they have recovered several guns and other weapons from some of the hoodlums who carried out an attack on some churches and mosques in the area last week, Sunday. The soldiers displayed the weapons when the state governor, Mukhtar Yero, visited the area for an on-the-spot assessment of the situation. The governor, who was shocked on the number of weapons that were recovered from the hoodlums, asked the security operatives to find the perpetrators of the evil act in order to serve as a deterrent to others. When the news at 10 returns, Channels Television leads digital broadcast migration, seeks cooperation of fellow African broadcasters to join us again.